Hi again, I'm Ryan Fisher. I'm a partner here at Lowe Eklund Wakefield. I'm here to talk today about premises liability cases, which is really just a fancy name for trip and fall and slip and fall cases. The weather's getting lousy. The trees are starting to change color. Unfortunately, it won't be long until we're neck high in snow and ice. There is not a day that goes by in the wintertime when we don't get a call here at the firm from somebody who has slipped and fallen on snow or ice. Unfortunately, that is just something that happens when you live here in northeastern Ohio. So let me tell you a little bit about those cases. First of all, they're usually not cases. In order to have a successful result from a slip and fall on snow and ice, you need to be able to show that the ice and snow that you fell on was a non-natural accumulation, and I'm going to explain what that means. The court decisions in Ohio have broken down these cases into two types: natural accumulations and unnatural accumulations. A natural accumulation of snow and ice is snow that has fallen from the heavens. If you look out your window on any January day here in northeastern Ohio, you're going to see snow and you're going to see ice. And if it's fallen from the heavens or has been pushed by a snow plow, or it just is there because it's there, and you fall on it, then there is no liability. In other words, you don't have a case. The judges have been pretty consistent saying snow and ice in northeastern Ohio, or in Ohio for that matter, is just part of living here. And the law does not impose a duty on landowners, whether it's Walmart, whether it's the Cleveland Clinic, whether it's your grandma who lives down the street. They do not impose a duty on a landowner to remove all the snow and ice from their property. It's unrealistic to do that. Nor, surprisingly, does it impose liability on a landowner for not shoveling their driveways or not shoveling their walkways. There is no legal duty to do so. Some cities may may fine you or provide a citation to you if you don't shovel your sidewalks, but that does not impose civil liability. In other words, you can't be sued because someone slipped on your sidewalk because you didn't shovel it. An unnatural accumulation is everything else. So I'll give you some examples of cases that I've had recently where we were able to prove an unnatural accumulation. One that comes to mind is I represented a young lady who was walking on the sidewalk next to an apartment complex. There was a patch of ice, she slipped and she fell. Now normally that wouldn't be a case, but what did we find out? We found out that the apartment complex forgot to turn their sprinkler system off in the wintertime. And what happened was the water in the pipes froze. The water came out all over the parking lot, all over the grass, all over the sidewalk, and then froze. And this poor young lady fell on it. So that wasn't water or snow that fell from the heavens. That was there because somebody made a mistake. Somebody was negligent. They didn't do what they were supposed to do to their sprinklers. Another one I had was a hole in an awning. So water would drip off the side of the building onto the awning, and it's supposed to run down the awning into the parking lot, into the sewer. Well, there was a big old hole in that awning. So the water was running down onto the awning and then going straight through onto the sidewalk, where it should not have been because it was undercover. So this big patch of ice formed there. That was another unnatural accumulation. One other one that I was successful on was a homeowner who failed to clean out their gutters in the fall. So they were all full of leaves, so as the snow melted, the water had nowhere to go because the gutters were all clogged. It went down onto the sidewalk. Somebody slipped and fell on that. So there's many more examples, but those are some of the examples of slips and falls on snow and ice. One other, in a parking lot, and this is probably the most common, big potholes. Okay, there's going to be snow and ice in a parking lot no matter what, unfortunately, and we've all slopped our way through that. But if there's a big patch of ice because there's a pothole in the parking lot, so the water accumulates in this hole and then freezes, that is not a natural accumulation. Naturally, the water should run to the sewer, but that pothole creates an unnatural accumulation. And I've had success in many cases showing that that patch of ice was not natural. So I'll be glad to talk to anybody about these types of cases if you're unlucky enough to fall. But if you are, get pictures. Because once that patch of snow or patch of ice melts, the evidence is gone. We all have cameras in our pockets nowadays, so please get some pictures of the area where you fell. And of course, be careful out there. So there's another area of premises liability where you fall maybe inside a grocery store or at somebody's house, and I'm going to talk about that in January on another video. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.